Hello, my fellow traders. This is your host, Mandeep. It is Sunday, September the 4th, and I'm going to do a very short video today. And we'll focus on a slightly different aspect today, and that is of risk management. Now, in the past, I've done a lot of tutorials that have discussed scans and how to use various indicators. But today we'll focus on something which is of paramount importance, and that is risk management strategy. No matter what kind of indicators you have, what kind of strategy you have in place, but if you don't have a risk management strategy, then the money that you make, you will not be able to preserve it or keep it. And therefore, the important thing when you're trading, and if you're trading as a profession, then you have to manage your risk on a trade. You don't want to oversize, you don't want to over leverage, and if you manage the risk properly, then you will stay in the game for a very, very long time and be able to do it, generate side income or just a replacement for your job if you so desire at some point in your life. So again, this is a very simple spreadsheet, and what I've done is I've marked some items in red. The items that are marked in red are configurable, and the other items are automatically derived through some basic calculations. So what I'm doing here is, I have a starting point, which is my portfolio size. So let's say you have a portfolio size of $100,000. And now this is the thumb rule that I use, that I don't want to lose more than 1% of my total portfolio on any given trade. So that automatically, is derived to 1,000. So this is the max loss that I will incur on any trade. The second thing what I've marked is the amount of capital that you want to commit to a trade. And I've used three values, 5, 10, or 20, and these obviously are adjustable. My recommendation is that you keep it to these values. So with 5%, you can take 20 trades. With 10%, you have 10, and with the 20, you'll have 5 trades that you can take with a $100,000 portfolio. So it automatically calculates, what is the dollar amount committed, which is 5, 10, and 20. And let's assume for simplicity, you have a stock that is currently priced at 100. And if you commit 5% of the capital, then the amount of shares that you will buy is 50. For 10%, you'll buy 100. And then for 20%, you'll buy 200 shares. Now, since we've already defined our parameter for stop loss, which is $1,000, this is automatically calculating what your max loss in the trade is. So it's 20 for 5%, 10 for 10%, and then $5, because the higher the amount that you've committed, the less risk you want to take. And this is automatically telling you where you would put your stop loss. So in either case, it will lead to a max loss of 1,000 on any given trade. Now, the beauty of something like this is that, if you're wrong, you still have 99 more trades to go. So clearly, if you have a good strategy in place in terms of when to enter a trade or when to exit a trade, then you should be staying on the right side, the trading methodology that you have. I've also put like the percent loss per trade, which is 20%. If you are committing 5% capital, 10% if you have 10%, and then 5% per loss trade, 20% of the capital committed. Again, this is not as relevant. What is more relevant is this number, which is what you've decided. Again, just these numbers. Let's say you have a $500,000 portfolio and hit enter. You can see that this amount is automatically adjusted to $5,000. But maybe in this case, you might want to reduce your risk to a smaller value, let's say 0.3%. In other words, you're losing $1,500 per trade, which automatically matches up with this. The stock price obviously is adjustable, 86, and it's automatically calculating the number of shares you're going to buy, what your stop loss is, and when you exit out of the trade. So just by using something as simple as this, you're assuring that you're not overcommitting, you're not over leveraging, though you may find a trade that looks extremely compelling. You should still size it properly. So there are always times that I find a trade which I think is like very compelling, seems like, this is going to really work out well. And you get tempted to go bigger. And there are times to do that. But for most part, what you want to do is you want to stay within the limits or the parameters that you've defined, because your goal is, to stay in this game. Right? Because you may get some great hits, but then conversely, you'll also get some trades that go heavily against you. That'll wipe out all the profits that you've made. And this is something we've all experienced. You get one or two good trades, and then or multiple good trades, 4 or 5 good trades, and then you have a trade that wipes out all the profit just because you over leveraged and you didn't manage your risk on that properly. Because we all times start to think it's the game's easy, and you feel you're invincible, but the market always humbles you. So this is a great way to put some risk management strategy in your place. Now, what I've done is I'll give you a link to my website, and it's under the shop section. So there's obviously a number of paid products, as you know, but this is priced at $0. So you will go into the section, you will just click on the product and out button, and there'll be no price for it, and it'll automatically send you a link for the spreadsheet. And the reason I had to take that route is because it's a little bit harder to put a spreadsheet on YouTube or other places. So I found this to be the easiest way, and you will get this spreadsheet, and feel free to use and modify it as you think is appropriate. Again, I use 1% when I'm using let's say $100,000 portfolio, and then I'm constantly adjusting. If I'm on a higher portfolio, I'm not leaving it to 1%. I'm cutting down the risk. So that's just my way of doing it. But you have the spreadsheet to adjust it the way it works best for you. So have a great weekend. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.